Pretty chilly day for us here and basically a pretty raw, almost fall-like day with the strong winds and the rain as well. Temperatures only managing mostly the mid-40s, a few upper 40s, 50 up in the Ladysmith, but that's the only 50 on the board. Yeah, otherwise pretty chilly and of course well below average numbers as well. And it was windy because this is a look at the peak wind gusts from today, 30 to around 40 miles per hour. So definitely one of those windy days again with the winds from the south and east. I'm sure you noticed that. And of course, with those cooler temperatures, it also felt a little bit cooler as well. Certainly not something, or not feeling very much like April for us. Those strong winds are all linked to low pressure, still well off towards our south and west, but it's also swinging in some rains of precipitation. The main round of rain that we had for most of the day today is now on the way out of here, but down towards the south and west, we already see the next line of some showers developing. This looks to be a little bit more active, so there could be some rumbles of thunder with that as well, especially for our southern area. I think the farther north this moves during the overnight hours tonight, we're going to see that activity decrease a little bit, so the chances of some thunder will be lower towards the north. But as the low pressure remains nearby, we're going to continue to see those waves of some rain and the strong winds still come out the south and east for the rest of the day and into the overnight hours tonight as well. So here's a look at what we expect for tonight. Temperatures dropping, but not far, with the low dropping down into the upper 30s, so we're staying above freezing. And those winds, they're going to relax just a little bit, but they're still going to be breezy through the overnight hours, still from the south and east, at least initially. But as that area of low pressure moves a little bit closer to us, we'll see the winds slowly shift more towards the south and west. This is early tomorrow morning. The winds mostly 10 to 15 miles per hour still. They start to kick back up later into the afternoon, 10, 15, maybe even up to 20 miles per hour. And also here, notice the wind shift more from the south and west compared to the south and east, what we're seeing today. So a little bit of a wind shift, but winds are still going to be pretty strong for most of tomorrow, because by tomorrow evening, the winds really start to subside. But also as we go into Tuesday, those winds are going to pick back up again. So this is certainly not the last that we're seeing of those strong winds for the next few days. I want to shift focus now, though, to something else that's happening tomorrow. The partial solar eclipse. You've probably heard a lot about it the past few days and weeks, with the moon moving in front of the sun during the afternoon tomorrow, with a total coverage of the sun for this stretch from Texas up into New England. We are just to the north of that, but that still means that we are going to see some impact from that, we're expecting coverage around 80% here in Wisconsin. So let's time that out for you. Just afternoon tomorrow, 12:51, that's when the moon will start to move in front of the sun, reaching the peak just after 2 o'clock tomorrow. And again, 81% coverage of the sun. So it's going to get a little bit dark into tomorrow afternoon as well, and a little bit clear probably as well, with the moon continuing to move on past the sun and then moving on out of here by around 3 p.m. tomorrow. The sun will start to come back, if we see the sun though, because look at those cloud icons. It's going to be a little bit cloudy for us here tomorrow. So let's take a look at what that looks like on the skycast. First, again, we have those little waves of some showers moving through during the overnight tonight. They're going to continue to move on northward, and by tomorrow, for the most part, we are looking dry apart from maybe a few light showers. And then we have the cloud cover in place right around the time when the eclipse will start. We're still looking at a lot of clouds, especially the Eau Claire area and farther towards the north, before southern Wisconsin. Actually looking pretty good, and those clouds continue to dissipate in that area. So if you want to catch a good glimpse of the solar eclipse, you may not have to drive too far. And of course, the farther south you drive, the better the coverage of the sun is going to be as well. So that's a win-win, I think, there. And as we go towards the end of the solar eclipse tomorrow afternoon, we might see a few breaks in the clouds. So maybe if we get lucky, the clouds in Eau Claire will get enough eventually. But I'm a little bit skeptical about that. Definitely the best chances of seeing the solar eclipse will be further towards the south and east. Temperature-wise tomorrow, it's not looking too bad. Temperatures reaching into the mid-50s. Again, around the solar eclipse time, early tomorrow afternoon, the temperatures will drop a little bit before they start to climb back up. Again, mid-50s around for tomorrow. That's right around average, maybe even a little bit above average. And that's going to be the trend going into next week as well. Tuesday, very similar, with some rain possible early in the morning. Wednesday is starting to look dry again, lighter winds by then as well. Temperatures reaching to the 60s, a small step back on Thursday with a chance for some showers and some stronger winds as well. But into the weekend, it starts to dry again, more sunshine and more warmer temperatures as well. 60s, possibly even some 70s by Sunday.